Positive vibes, dude. I'm here for all the vibes. The fuck? All right.
It's a vibe podcast.
I did forget to tell you guys I can't do the podcast today.
Oh, well.
Is there a different day that we can maybe?
That's it. I'm ending it.
just upload that
Well,
clip.
well, yeah,
What? It's
nothing.
only
Great.
15 seconds this week. I wonder.
He started the show super positive, and then by the end of it, he was on his roof. I said he was gonna jump. I don't know.
There's a murmuring in the crowd. A lot of people don't think you have the stones to do it.
Couldn't get the mics set up, and he just ran into the pool with a toaster. I don't know what the hell happened.
Never heard from him again. That was it.
Hey, do you mind if I
start the show?
Y'all mind if I start the show?
I mean, you could start the show. Yeah, I thought we were kind of doing it there.
All right, I'm going to start the show.
Start it up.
God damn it. How do you just get here and you already know the bit of interrupting me when I'm trying to start the show?
When you're ready.
Seamless, dude. It's seamless.
Whenever you're ready, Ben. We'll wait on you.
Welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast.
Wait.
Oh,
we're waiting on you for whenever you're ready.
Dude, it's like the game. You know, like you go horde and then it's like the show.
Welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast. Negative vibes only. My name is Nick. I'm thrown off. Follow us on Twitter at Jumbo Podcast, Instagram Jumbo Podcast, YouTube Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Check us out. We'll do a wrap-up video after this. That goes on there. Also the episode. Joined by that guy.
I'm that guy.
You've heard him before. He's that guy. And first time on the show.
Steve permanently. I'm just going to say that now at the top of the show. Turns out we were never really good friends with Steve. We were under a contract to have him on for X amount of episodes. We fulfilled our end of that. And I'm not going to say we like this guy, but he said he'd do it today. So
you like me today?
Stefan Falbo's here, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, man?
Well, you know,
how's it going?
It's going good, dude. I'm doing okay. Doing well. Kind of flustered. Mic problems, headphone problems. I guess Turtle Beach and PC and Xbox and Microsoft, they don't want to work together, so
it's a cash game.
What the hell is that all about? It's bullshit.
It's kind of a rite of passage on the podcast to be completely flustered and broken down by technology not working. So you're actually right on schedule.
This is just, you know, you guys are the best. You know that you guys do everything you guys can to help someone get into the game, and I'm here, and I feel like I'm part of the game, so I'm here.
It sounds like a rookie press conference. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna come in. You know, I really want to help the team win. Want to kind of like learn how being a professional is.
If you could do cliches for this whole podcast, that would be fantastic. Like, they don't even have to relate. They could be completely off.
Is that what Steve does?
Steve talks to himself for maybe 45 minutes. Me and Nick get some stuff in there, but really it's the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah, I mean, we've been plotting to kill Steve for a while now, and it just hit. We were kind of lazy. We dropped the ball, but we talk about it.
I mean,
so is he not here because of that, or
moving on?
Talking about that right now.
We're moving on.
Okay. Sorry. I said too much. I know. I apologize. Okay. You know, first podcast jitters, boys. Just trying to pop the cherry, as they say.
Jesus. So we're gonna break your your podcast jitters. We're gonna break you in a little bit by surprising you with a segment.
All right.
Top 5. You have to do a top 5 straight from the dome. It's gonna be top 5 in honor of the holiday coming up on Thursday, known as Thanksgiving. We're going to do top 5 things related to Thanksgiving / things that could make Thanksgiving even better. So it's kind of
We're
all
doing a top of
encompassing.
the show, top 5. This is unprecedented.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to football later.
Okay, so wait, explain that again.
He wasn't listening. You can see
things
the
are
glaze look in his eye. He's already tuned out of the show. He already has
so
no
wait, the
idea.
things that why Thanksgiving's great, and then they can make it better.
Yeah, so top 5 Thanksgiving things or suggestions to how to make Thanksgiving better. So it's really
Okay.
just things that are and also are not related to Thanksgiving.
Okay, that makes sense. Am I going right
And
now?
I say
Am I fucking starting?
I say we sprung it on you like I've prepared. I've written nothing down.
I don't even know
yet.
5 things.
Flies.
Just in general, I don't know 5 things.
I know 3 things tops. So who wants to start?
I'll go.
All right, I'll start.
All right, what?
All right, Stefan,
okay, fine. I'd say, you know what? Hey, you know what? Screw you. So I'd say this perfectly spaced amount of football throughout the entire day. I think one in the morning and then the afternoon and then the night game. I think since they added the night game, it's been better just so because after you've done eating all the food that you possibly can eat, you still have more football to round out the day. It's like a good pumpkin pie. It's like a nice little dessert. So I'd say number 1 for me is the perfectly spaced football games.
Who are the games this year? Does anybody know?
Oh, it's a barn burner in the first game. I think it's the Washington Redskins. Oh, sorry,
Ooh,
football team.
Canceled. You've been on the show 10 minutes.
You can't.
Now we're canceled.
It's them, and then it's versus the Cowboys. So for the tight NFC East race, that's who it is for the first game.
Okay, no, that's incorrect.
Oh,
first game is.
Come on.
First game is Texans Lions.
No, even better, another barn burner.
Yeah, so
Just
you
great.
start off with Texans Lions, then you go to Washington Football Team versus Dallas Cowboys, and the third game is actually probably good. It's Ravens Steelers.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
The only problem is the Steelers are good and they're at home, so the Ravens will lose to them.
Dude, if Lamar Jackson is at least up in the first quarter, he should be fine. Other than that, he's fucked.
Yeah, but again, they're good, and the Steelers will be the home team, so he won't be up.
I just want to get your hot take preview of this game, just so I have it straight. That is, if Lamar Jackson has more points than the Steelers, then they're in good shape.
First quarter only.
So the rest of them.
Yeah, I saw there was a.
Fuck the rest of them.
Well, no.
Yeah, we don't need anything else.
There was a stat. I think he's like 19-2 when he's leading after the first quarter, and he's like 1-5 if he's trailing after the first quarter.
1-6 now.
Yeah, 1-6 now.
Good, man.
So, yeah, if you're winning after the first quarter.
Yeah. So Devin, get your shit together.
Arbitrary,
let's go. Come on, rally back.
It's a weird stat. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's so opposite, like if the numbers are so opposite, then there's got to be something to it.
They're winning like after the first quarter, and then the Steelers like, well, fuck it, guys. What are we gonna do? Let's just pack up now. We're only gonna play one quarter. 15 minutes to rule them all.
If they just refuse to take the field, like you can't. There's no gun to their head. They don't have to play, right?
No. Okay. So going off of that, let me ask a very damning question here. COVID, is that going to be an issue? How bad would that be if COVID decides it wants to fuck us some more and cancel 2 out of the 3 games? Because that's a very real possibility.
I feel like they kind of figured it out. I don't think there was anything that got postponed this week.
No, but I mean, I don't know.
I just got a bunch of noise on your end.
747 in the apartment right now. What's happening?
Dude, I think I hit my fucking table. Was it that bad? I barely touched it. I barely fucking touched it.
It sounded like we just came in for a landing. I was about ready to slow clap. Guys, he did it. We made it.
No clapping. No clapping when the pilot lands the plane.
That person up. Like you just full out everybody on the plane. And
that's
take
a nerd
the
move.
Seatbelt buckle sign off, and everybody just beats this person. I don't care if you're a little child. I don't care. You clap.
You're getting jumped.
You're dead. You're what? Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah.
Also, our stance on this
Kill 'em.
show is you haven't heard. We believe COVID is a hoax.
Well,
This is all a
okay.
conspiracy.
Okay.
This is an inside job.
I'm not affiliated with that take. I don't.
This is Nick's take. Nick has convinced us all. You can see in the back all his newspaper clippings with yarn. Just say COVID is a hoax.
It's always sunny meme. That's just Charlie.
Y-
That's it.
You need. Yeah, every podcast needs one
Truther.
corruption / truther /
That's the rest of the show. This is
like,
the rest
I
of the show
think
now.
personally,
This is COVID hoax.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy.
As
Why have you done
as
this?
One would say that.
And they're not conspiracies if they're all true. You know what I mean?
Jesus
True.
Christ. Okay, so moving on to the top 5 of Thanksgiving, which we got way, way off topic. I'll go next. Mine is not having to buy gifts like if it was Christmas. I'm terrible at gift buying. It makes me anxious. I don't know what to get. I think I get bad gifts. I don't like it. So not having to buy gifts for Thanksgiving
I
is
do like
awesome.
that this is a top 5. This is your number 1 is to you don't like to get stuff for people. Like I knew it was going to be on a list somewhere, but that's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving is you see people and you don't have to give them gifts.
It's up there. I don't know if it's number 1, but it's up there.
Yeah, but you said it number 1, so
Listen, so I disagree with you on that, Nick. You do give pretty good gifts. I would say there
name
was
6.
Okay, well, there's one, and it's personal, Dev. There was a Secret Santa that we did for our fraternity, and you got me a pretty good gift. Do you remember that?
did. Yeah.
That was a damn good gift. So I would say that I will, on the contrary, say that you do give good gifts.
Sometimes I'm kind of like Kobe Bryant in Game 7, where sometimes I just get RIP Kobe Bryant, where I'm just getting in the zone. Should I pick somebody else to have gotten in the zone before?
Absolutely.
All right, like Michael Jordan,
There you
Game
go.
6 against the Jazz.
Thank you.
That's all you have
Yeah,
to say.
thank you.
I mean,
Ugh,
holy shit.
that was a close one.
Wow.
We're really trying to get canceled on this
My
thing.
God.
I'm currently not in the zone, I guess. But yeah, sometimes
Are you 8 or 24?
24.
Which Kobe are you? All right.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like number 8 Kobe.
That's like super fucked up, but okay.
I said 24. Sometimes I just walk into the store and then I have like an out of body experience and then I think of a good gift. But that's the exception and not the rule. So I don't like it.
Like I don't go into stores anymore though.
Yeah, that's true.
So then you got to like what? Online shop for people, and that's a rabbit hole.
Again, conspiracy.
That I don't ever want to go
down.
through.
It's another rabbit hole we can go down.
Let's
Because
stay a little
online
on
shopping.
topic.
I mean, I'm just saying.
He's just saying.
He's trying to deflect, Dev. He's deflecting right now.
Yeah, he just compared himself to number 8 Kobe. All right, for my number 1.
I said 24.
I'm surprised it got all the way to me, but the food is the best part of Thanksgiving. Absolutely, 100% the food is the best part of Thanksgiving. It kind of blows my mind. It's my favorite food. Like I could eat leftovers for that like the next 2 weeks. The turkey, the casseroles, the gravy, the stuffing, all that stuff. And literally we are only allowed to have it one time a year. That seems really weird to me.
You know you can
The
have
best
that
food-
stuff
maybe
like
it's-
whenever you
maybe
want. You're an adult.
You're a psychopath if you come home and you're making Thanksgiving dinner in July.
You are an absolute psychopath.
You're on a
I'm
list
just saying-
somewhere.
I'm just saying you
They
can.
scan through the registers, you get put on a list, and the FBI is watching your house because you have people buried in the basement. 100%.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying you can.
But you can't,
Could.
though.
I'm saying it. I'm
I
saying
mean-
it's socially frowned upon to eat Thanksgiving food anytime other than Thanksgiving. Like turkey, yeah, but the rest of that stuff.
Well, some
You're
people
not
eat that
making a
stuff on
plate with all
Christmas,
the
though,
fixings.
too. People eat that stuff on Christmas, too.
I do.
Yeah,
That's just-
my Thanksgiving dinner and my Christmas Eve / Christmas Day dinner are fairly similar.
Stefan, on your
I'm not
side of the
complaining.
family, do you do like Italian Christmas food?
Yeah, depending on who we go with.
So like
though.
you eat fish and stuff?
Yeah, so we try to eat
A lot of seafood?
Yeah,
I didn't know that
lots
was a
of
thing.
meat. Yeah, it's like the Feast of Seven Fishes or some shit like that. like technically. So you do that. You try to eat as less meat as you possibly can.
Told you we're going to dive deep into religion today.
And yeah, so you don't eat meat, and then you eat fish, just a bunch of fish, grilled octopus, shrimp,
Fine. Good
all
food.
that
It's
shit.
good food.
All right, so my number 2.
No,
Yeah.
it's a snake.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we're doing snake? I don't have it.
All right, then Stefan, you go. We'll do it the
Okay.
other way.
0. Okay.
I'm gonna say no. We'll
Devin,
go
you're out.
snake.
No,
We'll go
Devin,
snake.
you're
Nope.
out. Devin, you're out. Nope, you're out.
I already wrote it down.
I don't give a fuck. Next.
I think the
Okay,
ability to
backspace.
kind of just start drinking whenever you want.
Oh,
Suck it. You know, like you can wake up and it's, because you have to start cooking the turkey or all the shit early, so you can have a beer with that, and then that rolls over to wine or beer more forward, and then at the end of the night you might have more wine or beer or bourbon. I don't know, whatever you want to have, but just to be able to start drinking at fucking 9:00, 8:00 in the morning, and not be looked at like you're got a problem. That's A-okay in my
that's
book.
the most crucial part of what you're saying. I think is that
Yeah.
it's socially acceptable
yeah.
to drink that early on that
Yeah.
day. Because on my days off where I don't go into work, I'm absolutely still drinking at early in the day.
And also cooking a
cracking
turkey.
one open. Yeah, I'm cracking one open when I'm having my Lucky Charms in the morning.
That's
Like
the
I'm
milk.
getting the day started right.
Yeah, so that's gotta be
Yeah.
the milk.
Yeah.
Magically delicious.
Yeah, I would say the not getting judged part is good. You're like, what do you want me to do? I'm busy. I'm working. I'm working the grill. I'm outside in the backyard. I'm wearing the Crocs. I got a beer. It's fine.
You grill for Thanksgiving?
No,
Dude,
but
fucking Arizona, dude. Like he can do whatever the hell he wants.
well, sometimes if I don't
Can
know,
you do whatever the hell you want?
whatever the hell I want.
What are you, Bam Margera?
Yeah, in Arizona. I'm up next. Mine is that point where you just finished your Thanksgiving meal and then you walk over from the table to the couch and then you sit on the couch and football's on and then you're just chilling. That feeling right there.
Do you ever undo? Do you undo the top button yet? Do you loosen the belt? Are we at that age where you got to
really
loosen the
fucking
belt,
hope not. Come on.
No.
or do you just wear sweatpants? I think that's the move.
You got to go I can't go like sweatpants, but you can go like those like dressy like kind of like golf pants that are
Leggings.
they're just stretchy.
Jeggings.
Jeggings, yeah. Jort.
Kind of jeggings, but they're
Spanx.
more like they're kind of like khakis. They're like stretchy khakis.
Maternity pants.
Yeah, maternity. Yeah.
I show up to Thanksgiving in a muumuu, and I'm like, oh, this is great. But yeah, it's that feeling where you've just finished the meal and you're like, oh man, that was delicious. I'm so full, and now you're like, okay, my only job is to walk over to the couch and sit down and just hang out for a while. That's a good feeling. So Devin, you're up.
I think this is why doing a top 5 of Thanksgiving stuff is going to be very difficult for me because the only things I care about on Thanksgiving is the food, the alcohol, and the football. So I'm glad you brought up what can we do to make it better. And I'm going to say fireworks. We need more fireworks at more holidays. Like 4th of July is my favorite holiday. For the fire, I want to blow something up other than lighting the garage on fire for those fried turkeys. So more fireworks.
All right.
Good luck coming up with 3 more things.
I mean, it's not going to be much harder than that. I could beat that.
Yep. Easily.
Was that your number 2?
That was
Reach.
Man,
I have Thanksgiving food and we need fireworks.
You really should have. You really shouldn't have gone against doing a snake draft.
Yeah. Wow.
Stefan, go ahead.
My third. I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but so after you're done eating, you do. You kind of in your cleanup. You get a nice loaf of rye bread. You take the turkey or the ham and you make a sandwich with some hot giardiniera on it and some mustard. Dude, I look forward to that every year, even sometimes more than like the main feast itself. It's so fucking good, and you're just like
So you do this immediately after you eat.
No. It's like after it's like everything's kind of cooled down, everyone's kind of chilling out. It's even after pie. It's like when someone you're cleaning up and shit, and then you're like, oh, the leftover turkey that they haven't put away yet. Just throw in a piece of rye bread with some giardiniera and some mustard. Dude, game over. game over.
Yeah, the same day leftovers is solid. Where you're like, I'm super full,
Yeah.
and I feel terrible, but at the same time, there's a bunch of food on the table, and it tastes good, so I want it.
Still a lot of food.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's solid. That was your third?
That was my third.
All right, my third is.
Not as good as fireworks. That's okay.
All right, so my number 3 is backyard football. Little yeah,
Fucked up,
you
Dev.
get your
That is a good one.
It's the only time where you'll play a sport where you'll have people that are like that wide of an age range, where it's like your uncle who's like 60 is out there, your little cousin that's like 7 or 8, he's out there, he's trying to impress you by doing like cool jumps and spins and stuff. And you just get everybody together, and it's before you eat, so you're a little agile, break a little sweat, so you could say, oh, I got some exercise, I can eat a whole bunch, and then you could shit talk your family. There's really it gets there's a lot there.
What's the threshold of trying in this instance? Like, how hard are you going? What are you going
play to win the game.
Are we doing that, or are we kind of going like, okay, I'll take it easy a little bit?
I will say part of it depends on like if you can get like a touchdown grab like early, then you can kind of coast off that.
Okay.
You should probably be.
You just have to establish that you're the best in the family.
Yeah.
Once that's been established, then you can off the back.
Okay.
But until that,
I say that's completely correct. I have this problem where I only have one speed, so like I don't know how to tone it down.
And that's like middle of the range, right? That's not you going full blast or you easing off. That's somewhere in the middle, and that's the one speed that you go.
And I've seen it in fucking
Nobody
person.
ever says that. They're like, I have one speed, and it's like, yeah, it's not that fast though.
Yeah,
but that's the one that I have.
Dude, Dev, I don't know if you were there, but back in college we were playing basketball, and Nick, I don't know if you remember this either, but we were fucking playing, and we were playing some chick, and Nick, I kid you not, this chick had a fucking like a breakaway, going to the other hoop. And he fucking busted ass and blocked the shit out of her.
And then he pushed her down.
Every single person in that gym that was playing in that game just stood at the other end and just watched it. And we were just like, what the fuck?
Listen.
Well, she was only 6 too, right?
I'm an advocate for equality.
Yeah.
You're sexist for not playing as hard.
Oh my god. God damn.
We played the women's basketball team, the UIC women's basketball team at the rec center.
I do remember.
And I also stuffed somebody on that.
And then they beat you up later, didn't they? Didn't the team get together?
Yeah, but like it was a bunch of them. Like I was outnumbered. What do you want? Fair's fair. All right, fireworks, Dev, you're up.
Yeah, Jesus. I don't know how you're gonna follow that one up.
I mean, I'm not proud of this, so I'm just gonna say it and we'll move on. Family time?
That's where I was going to go. I was going to go there.
Aw.
We'll just move on.
Is that it? Is all you got? Is just family time? I mean,
I don't. Yeah, I got.
Can you keep going? Because I need a little bit more time. So can you just like explain your answer?
No, you're up. That's it. Just family time. Family time.
Just family time.
Guy loves his family. What an idiot.
I don't feel good about that.
All right, this is my fourth.
Yeah.
All right, what can make it better? All right, what can make it better? Let's have it on a Friday instead of a fucking Thursday. What do you think of that? Because I not like many people, but I have to go back to work on Friday because fucking bullshit. And if it was on a Friday, I wouldn't have to deal with that. But then since it's on Thursday, I either lose 2 pay a day or 1 pay, days of pay or whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I'd rather have it on a Friday and a Thursday. Yeah,
if you don't get that Friday off, then I completely understand where that's coming from.
Sucks.
I do think for a lot of like even when you're a kid though, it was better to have it on Thursday because then you get 4 days off like in a row.
Fuck the kids.
Well, yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, hey, that's all right. I'm gonna distance myself from both of you guys. I never met these guys before. I've never talked to either one of these guys before.
That's his saying. You know this. His saying has always been "fuck the kids."
Fuck them. I'm not disagreeing.
Tripling down. Love it. My idea for making Thanksgiving better is adding pizza to the equation.
Like a Thanksgiving pizza or a regular pizza?
Just somebody's just bring a pizza.
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, but nobody does. That's what I'm saying. Like, pizza should just be a thing. Like, somebody bring a pizza to Thanksgiving.
Dad, this is on fireworks level, kid. I mean,
I feel like this is worse than fireworks.
It might be.
You guys don't like pizza? Are you nuts?
Yeah, but
no,
again,
I do love pizza, but the whole point of Thanksgiving is the actual Thanksgiving food. Like, that is the star of the show, and you're going to bring in a pizza?
I'm not saying that you only eat pizza. I'm saying that's one of the things. Like, somebody brings stuffing, somebody brings cranberry sauce,
when
somebody
you're
brings
assembling
pizza.
your plate, when you have your pie chart of what's on your plate, and you're going around, and you got the gravy and the mashed and the stuffing and the green beans and Brussels, and where on that plate do you fit a slice of pizza?
Well, here's the thing that you might
On
not know
top?
about me
You fold it up
is
into the pizza?
I go 2 plates right off the bat sometimes.
That's a veteran move.
Yeah.
I just have a second plate.
That's great.
Yeah.
But where
so
in
it
that
would go
in
on
that
there.
in those you would go on the second plate and just by itself, just have a plate of pizza when you could have had more Thanksgiving food?
No. It'll just be in the corner of the second plate. Or I'll take one of the slices. Like if it's a tavern style pizza where it's square cut, I'll just take a slice, I'll put that in my mouth, and I just got that in my mouth while I'm making the rest of the plate, and then I sit down and I eat that slice of pizza. And then I'll go do that again for when I get
you're
seconds.
just kind of doing the pizza disservice by just kind of just putting it in your mouth and eating it real quick. Like,
I'm not eating it quick. It's like a third hand,
you're slowly
essentially.
chewing it?
No.
So while you're building your plate, you're slowly chewing a slice of pizza.
No.
But wait,
you're
but
not
also
chewing
too,
the pizza.
but also too, the cool thing about Thanksgiving is that if all the shit that gets, like, once you're done eating, you got all the scraps of all this stuff and all together it tastes fucking great. And I don't see how gravy, cranberry sauce, stuffing, and little turkey on a pizza is going to be good.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. You're not mixing the pizza into the other food. Like, I'm making a plate.
How can you not?
I got another slice of pizza.
But how can you not mix the pizza with the other stuff? I don't understand that because it's on the same
you
plate. Unless you have
you have to mix.
Yeah, there's a mixing that always happens. I don't understand that. And
you have to mix.
You just put so like stuffing is not completely wet and mushy, right? Okay. So like if you were to set a slice of pizza on top of it, you could have that, and then you could pick the piece of pizza up and then eat that shit, and it doesn't have stuff on it.
But the flavor profile between pizza
worse than fireworks, Dev.
Shut up.
Dev, worse than fireworks. Yeah.
You guys are idiots.
Sorry, Nick.
You guys are dumb.
I set the bar low, and you said limbo time, boys. I'm going under that shit.
I'm not wrong.
He's on a cruise right now. Yeah, no, fuck that.
You don't have a good one.
I think I legitimately have a good one here.
All right, what is it?
And for my number 4, I'm going to say the idea of the kids' table.
What about it?
Like I don't know. Did you guys have this all of the adults would sit at the main table, and because there wasn't enough room, you would have a kids' table. So like,
is this like good part?
It was fun because it was like when you're like that, and then the ascension from the kids' table to when you're finally like at the adult table.
So it's which one is it?
I think it's both. I think when you're younger and you're like there with your cousins and stuff, like the idea of the kids' table, I think is a fun part of Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right. I thought you were trying to make it better. That's why I didn't know the distinction there.
I will say there's like a weird 1 or 2 year stretch where you're kind of too old for the kids' table, but you're too young for the adults' table, to where you don't really like fit into any group, and that's kind of weird.
Yes.
But you're like the coolest person at the kids' table because you're now the oldest.
No.
Yeah, but like
you're the lamest.
But you're not having fun. You're not having fun because you don't have a lot of people like your age. It's like you're sitting with a bunch of kids and they're having little kid conversations.
Think you move tables? Like at what age do you?
16, 17 maybe?
That seems
probably
really
I think
old
it's
to be.
I think it's
in
a little
college?
bit younger. I think it's like 13, 14.
Oh, wow, no.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe my family's different then. I don't know.
I feel like if I'm still sitting in the little chairs at the kids' table when I'm 16.
Well, that's
it's like the little toddler table with like.
In my family, we use a shorter table with smaller chairs, So then we shame the rest of our family members who aren't at the big table. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, correct.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay,
that
I agree.
first year that you get the invitation to the adult table, you get the call up to the majors. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I'm fucking sick.
You should
dude.
be made
I'm
fun
sick.
of. As soon as you sit down, people like the adults should be making fun of you. Like,
But then
oh,
okay,
let this
so
fucker sit here now.
but now right when you sit down, then it gets to shit because then everyone is asking you, "What are you doing with your life? What are you studying in school? Da, da, da. Like, where are you going
You
to
got a
school?" And then I'm
girlfriend?
like, you got a
That's when you
girlfriend.
Stone Cold Steve Austin a beer in front of your grandma or pass the gravy.
And you're like, "Why the
Gam.
fuck did I want to come over here for this? This is bullshit. I just want to eat my food. That's all."
Do you think there should be 3 tables?
What's the third table?
Like old folks.
No, I'd rather hang out with them than like the intermediate one.
People your age? Oh.
The funny thing about the old folks is once they get to the point where they're like old and grumpy, then that's funny.
They're fun.
Because they're
That's what I'm
just like
saying.
they're just
Yeah.
shit talking, and they're like bringing up like family secrets that like nobody should be talking about, and they're like bringing it up out in the open, and like
Absolutely.
everybody else is telling them to like be quiet or like we got to put grandma to bed. Like that's funny.
And you're just feeding and whispering to them, just saying, "Yeah, keep going, just keep going." What about
Yeah.
that?
Well, like Happy Gilmore style. How about a nice glass of shut the hell up? You will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
All right, is this my last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. About Thanksgiving, and this doesn't have to kind of. It's not. It doesn't pertain to us exactly, just because we're kind of old, but maybe we still do it. But I say Black Wednesday. I don't think anything was better than Black Wednesday in college.
Ah, good call. I forgot. Yeah, I'm so old. I forgot.
Right, and whether if
Yeah.
you're like at school still or you're back home, and you just get super hammered, and you see all your buddies from back home. You guys talk about all the shit you're doing in school, or even if you're still at school, you just are just getting hammered. So I think Black Wednesday will round out my top 5.
That's good too, and because then you've got Thanksgiving as like a hangover food.
Yeah, mm-hmm. It just all
The only
rounds out to
problem
be.
is you got to wait until like 3 p.m. to eat it.
Yeah.
But I think at that
morning.
when you're that young, the hangover isn't as bad, so you can kind of just deal with it for a little bit because you're so
It's
used.
bad now.
Dude, it's fucking horrible.
It's not good now.
Oh my god, bad.
Starting to get to that point where it's like, is it even worth drinking to then be sick for 2 days?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm drinking.
I'm building up a tolerance.
When I'm drinking, I'm starting to get drunk, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be hungover. I get so mad at myself. I'm like, this sucks. It's like the Sunday Scaries.
Like the drunk intoxication period's like 20 minutes, and then immediately after that, it keeps going. I drank a whole bottle of whiskey and I felt good for 20 minutes. Now I'm done for a week.
For a week.
Yep. Just on the couch.
Put me on IR.
My last pick is more so like if you're the one that has Thanksgiving at your house,
Mm-hmm.
it's having leftovers for like the next 2 or 3 days. And you've just got like 50 giant Ziploc bags in the fridge of just like random stuff. And you're like, okay, I'm going to take a little bit from all of these bags and put it on a piece of bread. This is just a big old sandwich.
You make like one of those KFC bowls. That's what I do. You just put it all in a bowl and you eat the whole bowl.
And it's every meal. It's breakfast, lunch,
It's
and dinner
every
for
meal.
like 3 days. Yeah.
You can have an egg sandwich with some turkey. Just fucking fry that turkey up, dude. Game over.
Yeah.
Now,
question.
Yes.
What are your guys'
Answer.
What are your guys' positions on ham?
Love it.
Missionary.
That too.
Yeah. I don't understand why
I don't
people
like it. I'm not a
poor
ham guy.
shame people for liking ham. Ham's
All right,
good.
Devin.
Fine if you like
Ham's
it.
great.
I just don't like it.
Why?
All right.
I don't shame you for liking it. It's just not my bag, baby.
Well, I'm going to shame you for not liking it. What about it?
You're shamed.
Fine.
What about
That's
it?
fine. I feel shame.
You're just not going to explain it.
I
though?
feel shame.
I can hear the
why?
shame. He just doesn't like it.
Just the taste.
Well, that's
It's
a
like
shame.
I feel like I've changed recently. Like I'll take a slice or two, but it's not my favorite part of the meal.
All right. That's fair. You're up. You've got your
right.
number 5.
All right, here we go, Dev.
I don't like this one either, but Friendsgivings are fun.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
Like when you do a Friendsgiving and you don't do like families excluded from it. I think those are good times.
I agree.
Similar to a Black Wednesday, but it's kind of like when you get
like
a little more grown
adult.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the adult version of Black Wednesday.
I agree.
And I like those better than like friend Christmas parties. Well, I don't know. Friend Christmas parties are fun too, but
we just kind of combine it. So we'll do one like right in between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah. Well, are you guys doing like a Thanksgiving celebration for the dogs or
no Thanksgiving celebration
like
for the
dog, like a Dogsgiving?
It's a hard no.
The dogs eat turkey and they play football. We just watch.
Yeah.
And we try and eat some of the turkey and the dogs bite us because it's not for us.
If we have birthday parties for the dog, where do we draw the line, Nick? I say do one of the holidays, do all of them, or do none of them. So we're gonna have dog Halloween. We're gonna have dog Thanksgiving. The dogs go trick or treating.
Dude, dog Halloween's pretty cool though.
They love treats.
Not gonna lie.
What about like I don't know, like Dog Veterans Day? Like this
dog Arbor.
Yeah, it's like
Aren't
the
they
dogs
veterans,
they're
though?
honoring. Well, they're
They are
honoring
veterans.
like canine, like police
Like
dog.
the canine, yeah.
They are veterans. I think they're technically veterans. So they do get honored, I think. Like on Veterans Day.
Yeah, but police don't get celebrated on Veterans Day. They'd have to be like bomb.
No, but not. But I'm saying like the service dogs in the army and the military and shit.
We're not celebrating the canine unit on. I won't do it. Not on Veterans Day.
What about doggy Labor Day? Like Dog Labor Day weekend.
They're just like pooped. They're like, guys, we
did so much work today.
So much labor.
Like, man, he threw the ball. I went and got the ball. I brought it back. And you know what? He threw it again. This is just a hard day's work. I need a day off.
I like the idea of a guy not knowing the meaning behind Labor Day. He's just like, I just got to give it up to all those ladies who've given birth.
He just went his whole
life for you.
He went his whole life not knowing what it was.
Yeah, he just thought it was because they go into labor. Like that's the only one he knows.
Like, man, you know what?
He's just thanking all the women he sees on Labor Day.
That shit looks like it hurts a lot. I could see why you gave him a day.
Yeah, right. Well, Nick, can I add on to your last one?
Yeah, I don't even. What was my last one?
It was like the fact that if you're hosting the party.
Oh yeah, the leftovers.
Well, like, how about like not needing to go home?
Oh,
yes, that's the best.
Like you're already home.
Yeah, that's why I always do.
Right.
And the cleanup, like the
selfish reason,
the cleanup's not that bad because people, for whatever reason, they're a lot more willing to help on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I shame them. I give them like looks, like you're gonna. I mean, I cooked all this food for you guys. I mean, I literally cooked all of the food. So
you just walk into the middle of the living room.
If you want to clean, can you just scrub up the bathroom real quick? Like I'm not even asking them. You can just mow the yard real quick.
It's dark.
I mean, I did make the turkey. Remember, I did make the turkey. Like they're getting ready to leave.
Just shovel out. Just shovel out. Shovel yourself out real quick.
I mean, I did make the stuffing, so if you guys could just clean out the gutters, like that would be huge.
It's the third football game. It's like 8:30. You walk in the middle of the living room with like a mop and bucket. And then
like you liked the gravy, right? Like everybody had a good time when you eat the gravy I made.
But yeah, not having to drive home is so good.
Yeah,
that's the best. Yeah, absolutely the best.
Especially
because I'm probably hammered at that point and tired.
Well, unless you get that one person that comes over that doesn't know that it's time to leave, and they just want to like stay. They just stay there until like 10, 11 o'clock. And it's like, dude, come on. Well, I don't know.
I think Steve used to be that guy, but now I think he's flipped, and he's the guy who always wants to leave early. It's a strange flip.
He was that guy, wasn't he? He was that guy.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping over.
Well, that's how you guys. Did he basically live with you guys in JST? Essentially, he just came over and he said, "Fuck it."
I met him as guy on couch.
I'm here. So that's what it was.
He was in.
Who's the guy on the fucking couch?
He was in our dorm more than I was. Like I would come back to the room and Steve would be there and nobody else would be there. It would be just him. I'm like, how the hell do you get in? There's security and there's 2 locked doors.
We need 3 keys to get in there.
5 bags of Jims and grape soda all over the place, smelling like onions.
You know what still blows my mind about living there? Why did they have an automatic lock on all of the bathrooms? That was a terrible idea.
What?
Why do I need my keys to get into the bathroom?
Oh, well, dude, I got locked out of the fucking bathroom.
Am I misremembering?
I got locked out.
Because you get locked out of that?
Yeah.
And then you get locked out of your room, and then you'd be locked, and then you're just butt naked in the halls because you got locked out at too many doors.
No shit. I fucking math 090, whatever, the final. I missed it. I fucking missed it because I was about to get in the shower and I locked myself out and I had to go down to the fucking front desk in my towel to get, because my RA was.
That's a good excuse, man.
She wasn't fucking answering. And so, yeah, I had to do that. So, you're right, Dev. Fuck the automatic locks.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
You don't trust me to take a shit without having security in place?
No. They know you.
Got to bring my janitor keys ring before I.
It's like all different keys too, and they all look exactly the same.
They all look all exactly the same.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
100 keys on that ring.
We're like, yeah, let's just give this college kid 100 keys, and then if they lose one, it's $250 to replace it.
Gotta do a goddamn retina scan to take a piss.
That would be better. I always have my eyes on me. I don't always have my keys. All right,
do it.
My top 5 was the best, by the way. I'm just gonna come out and say
yours
that.
is bad. Mine was good. Yours was bad.
Best. That was the best.
You had pizza.
Yeah, you had pizza.
What? You're an idiot. Pizza is better than fireworks.
You had no gifts.
Wait, Stefan. Gun to your head. You have to pick one of these things. Fireworks.
No. Because in relation to Thanksgiving and the way that you explained it, I'd probably rather have fireworks. But if you're going to go based off of, if you're going to go based off of just normal things, I'd rather have pizza than fireworks. But based off your explanation and your reasoning, no, it just doesn't go. It doesn't go.
No shit, it doesn't go. It's things that would make it better.
And it wouldn't.
You ever had a Thanksgiving pizza though? That's pretty good. You like gravy and turkey.
I'm gonna throw up thinking about that.
Stuffing.
So fucking gross.
That sounds worse than fireworks. I'll say that. That's worse than fireworks.
It's good.
Dude, I'm gonna throw up.
I gotta make it work. It's good. He's nice.
Oh, speaking of Thanksgiving and then kind of transitioning into football, did you see Allen Robinson tweeting about Thanksgiving?
Dude, why? Why would he say that?
Oh, well, there's a couple. I saw 2.
I saw one.
So the first one that I saw was, since Thanksgiving is next week, I need to get this off my chest. Cornbread does not have real corn in it.
I saw that too. I mean, it can.
Some of it does.
Can.
Why
you put it in there? Yeah.
Why did he think he needed to get that off his chest like it was a big deal?
Make it cornmeal.
Yeah. But you could put actual corn in it.
Yeah.
And you can do. I'm confused. So
that's dumb.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what is in his cornbread.
I put a whole cob right in the middle of
it. God damn, this cornbread is hard.
Whole cob of corns.
And they're saying no corns in corn dog. What an idiot! Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's corn in it. It's corn
matter.
And then the other one I saw was, y'all call it stuffing or dressing? I don't eat either, by the way.
That's just the stupidest comment ever.
Okay, first off,
it's a regional thing.
Dressing, I think.
If you don't eat either, Allen Robinson, why do you care?
Trying to set the record straight. This is what's been troubling America. This is why we're so divided. You're solving the issues that need solving.
I don't. That just made me laugh. I don't eat either, by the way. It's like, all right, then what are we doing here?
What are we doing? Like, what's the matter to you then, dude? Like,
yeah, who the fuck cares?
You never had an argument with your girl? And you'd be like, oh, I think it's dressing. Well, my family call it stuffing. And then you ask Twitter to settle it?
No, we just broke up.
Yeah, that's probably...
Dev, going back to my Italian thing, I get that with gravy and sauce.
Oh, yeah. Same.
It's fucking gravy. And for all you fucks out there.
It's a regional.
But it is regional.
Yeah, some people is like, well, dressing is like if you cook it outside of the turkey, and stuffing is if you cook it inside the turkey, because it doesn't make sense to call it stuffing if you
I
don't
mean,
stuff the
never
turkey.
heard.
Which I guess that
I
makes
never
sense,
heard
but
that, and that makes total
it,
sense.
it's a it's a regional thing. I know the South they call it
Do they
dressing.
really? I
Yeah.
thought that was like a European thing, to be honest with you.
Okay, so now
Do they have
transitioning.
stuffing in
For Christmas,
Europe?
it's Christmas shit.
Ah.
I've run the numbers. It checks out.
2 + 2 = stuffing in Europe for Christmas.
Got it.
That's a proof. A side football thing. I don't know what made me think about this, but I have an idea for you guys. So the Pro Bowl sucks, right?
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
You understand that the Pro Bowl sucks. You're on board with that idea?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like the Pro Bowl?
No.
Okay.
I don't watch the game. I like the skill challenges.
So here's a problem, right? A bunch of teams have bye weeks on different weeks, right? And you're like, okay, why? Like, okay, there's 12 games this week. There's 15 games this week. This guy that's not playing this week. And then for fantasy, you got to deal with all the bye weeks, all this bullshit. And the Pro Bowl, nobody watches the game because nobody tries hard. Nobody cares. It's even worse than the NBA All-Star game. So what if, like how baseball does the All-Star break, what if you do the Pro Bowl right in the middle of the NFL season to give the players a week off at the same time? And then it's what? Why not?
I still wouldn't watch it.
I'm saying no because the risk of getting injured in a football game is a lot higher
That's
than
it.
it is in any of those other sports. Could you imagine mid-season and you're making a playoff
Yeah,
run
dude.
and then somebody gets hurt in the Pro Bowl?
You didn't let me finish my thought. They don't
All right,
actually
well,
play a Pro Bowl game.
You asked me. You asked me what I thought in the middle of your thought. I didn't interrupt.
Okay, that's
Run the
fair.
tape back.
Everybody was shaking their head, so I wanted to see why. Okay, but now back into my idea. Since the game sucks and nobody likes the game, why don't you just have all those guys just doing like shit that's not a game of football? Like they're doing skills competitions, they're like going back and forth, like playing whatever, like not even athletic games, just like stuff to where
bags.
you're anything to where you're like marketing the players, right? So they're just like they're having fun, they're going back and forth, like they're interacting with fans, they're doing interviews, all this stuff. So then you're marketing these players to the fans, and then you don't have to worry about a bunch of teams having different bye weeks on different weeks. Everybody just takes a week off right in the middle, and then you get right back into the football right after that week.
Okay, so now let me ask you a question. Is this every single player and every single team? Like, if they're, what's, like,
Well, no. So it's still
okay,
skill based. Like you make the Pro Bowl still, and then you go to this Pro Bowl weekend thing, whatever, and then everybody else just treats it like a normal bye week.
So I would say this is my problem with it, and I get where you're coming from, but that's like teams use the bye week for like you're still prepping for the next game. People are still resting. It's not like you get the week off. They'll go home for a couple days, but like you're now taking those players and they have to travel, so they're losing time there. They're losing prep time. They're losing rest time. Like they're not using the bye week the way that the bye week is intended to be used. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. My only thing would be like if you're not actually playing a Pro Bowl game, like you don't have to prep. Like you just fly in that morning, you do the thing that Pro Bowl day, whatever, and then you leave. So like you're really only losing one day.
what incentive are you giving the players, though?
What do you mean?
Money.
If anything, yeah, it's the same. It's the same exact thing as the Pro Bowl, right? You get you hit your incentives on your contract. You get to say that you're a Pro Bowler. It's the same exact thing. You just don't have to play this Pro Bowl game that nobody cares about in the first place. If anything, those players would probably prefer it because they're like, okay, I don't got to go put all these pads on and fuck around for 3 hours. I'm just gonna go play bags and like shoot the shit with the fans and do like a couple of interviews to make me seem relatable. Like I would probably prefer that rather than having to try and pretend to care about this football game.
I mean, you're selling me. You're getting me. You're hooking me on here right now. But I just maybe because I'm so used to the original Pro Bowl that I just can't see this being a thing. I just think that they're always bitching and moaning about something. So maybe. Okay, so now let me bring something else. Let me be devil's advocate here. TV. That's 1 week that Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC are not going to have a game, and
Follow the
that can
money,
lose a
Nick.
shit ton of
Follow the
money.
money.
And you know that the ratings on the Pro Bowl are not high. So what do you think the ratings will be on this 1 day thing where they're playing bags and doing skills and shit like that? Obviously, bags is not one thing, but still, like, are you gonna like is the average football fan, someone who's not into football, like say us, they're gonna sit there and just watch Mitch Trubisky throw a ball 5 feet over a freaking target because he can't hit a moving target?
Do you think that less people would watch the Pro Bowl if it was in the middle of the season than if it was at the end after everything already happened? It's
They do the
17
Pro Bowl
weeks
before
regardless.
the Super Bowl, though. They do the Pro Bowl for the Super Bowl, though. That's not how it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
like
it would
everybody
be the
that's in the
same
Super
thing.
Bowl is not playing. Like there's still 17 weeks regardless. You've got 17 weeks the way that it is currently, or you've got 16 weeks of football with the bye in the middle. Like it's still 17 weeks either way.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying. But like from a TV standpoint and from a money standpoint, that's 1 week that Fox, CBS, and all these people are not getting a game. Where, fuck, dude, NFL is king.
All right.
I'm just saying. I'm not disagreeing with. I'm not trying to shoot you down. I'm just saying, like,
I am.
Moving on. Klay Thompson tore his Achilles. That sucks.
poor guy.
Like you tear the ACL.
Can you imagine how good that team is going to be? Like, even still, that team's going to be pretty good.
I mean,
because I think they're going to sign Aldridge too.
Are they?
Like that's what I heard. Those are the rumors.
Dude, I can't keep up with all the free agent signing going on in the NBA. It's just like left and right. I see Woj just tweeting. I see Shams tweeting. I see just a bunch of shit.
the only ones I saw, well, the last one that I saw was Marc Gasol's going to the Lakers. And then how about the Hornets? How about Michael Jordan signing Gordon Hayward to 4 years, $120 million fully guaranteed?
It's a lot of money.
Like you're just getting off the
That's a
Nick
lot of
Batum
money.
contract where you're giving him $27 million a year. And they're like, oh, thank God we're out from under that contract. Nope. Gordon Hayward, 4 years, $30 million. Guy's
I wonder if
31.
they'll be good.
He's missed like 100 and I think it was like 110 games the last 3 seasons that he's missed out of injury, and you're going to give that guy $30 million a year guaranteed for the next. Like that might be worse. That might be a worse contract.
It's so sad him seeing Michael do that, just like following up his legacy with this shit.
Yeah, but aren't you excited to see him and LeVar like all season long, just like sitting next to each other watching basketball games?
He might have him killed.
That's going to be ridiculous. Oh,
I think it's gonna be
so
hilarious.
sad.
I bet they play 1-on-1 at some point.
The's no chance.
No, Michael.
And
we're
I
not gonna
think
do that.
I think Michael will, at least if he plays today, put up 15 points tonight.
No, we've already had this discussion on the podcast. We've already done this.
Oh, damn it! I was not
I'm
part of
saying.
this shit. That sucks.
No, you missed it.
Fuck.
Charlotte Hornets,
Ricky Williams.
They're good.
They're destined to win 35 games a year for eternity and be the 9th seed. They're not going to be good.
I bet they keep making playoffs though. I bet they make the playoffs.
Sure. And then they play the 1 seed and get bounced in 4 games. Sure. Who gives a fuck?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, they're not going to get any of the top 10 guys to go play in Charlotte. You got to do what you can do.
No.
No.
You think Michael Jordan needs the ticket revenue for 2 playoff games?
Yeah.
No, 1 playoff game?
You can't sign a superstar unless you have like another close to
that. You know what you could do?
Who are you going to sign? Who else was he going to sign?
You could be not trash at drafting and not give terrible contracts to hamstring your franchise.
But that's a separate issue than him signing Hayward. Like Hayward makes him a better basketball
That's
team.
A terrible contract.
The contract's awful.
But it makes him like if that gets him on the team and you have base, if he's the best available free agent,
yeah, but he's
to make your team
like
better.
You could have given somebody that's better than him the same money.
Best
who who are you gonna give it to?
The best ability is availability, and he hasn't had it, and like Nick said, in fucking 110 games or some shit.
That's it. But I mean, what other free agent out there is going to make your team?
I don't fucking know. If I knew
Better.
I'd be running Charlotte,
Who are
I
you
don't
giving that
fucking
money
know.
to?
But I'm just saying that Michael Jordan should be able to figure that out and get better
I know
contracts.
who you're not giving it to. Fucking Gordon Hayward.
He's got it. Let him spend it, man. He makes him a better ball team.
Can I have that money
We'll
though?
see.
Like, can I just have that money?
Just give me one of those 120 million, and we'll call it square.
I'll take it. And then I'll be like, you know what, Gordon Hayward, you guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Call him Jordan Hayward.
Yeah. I do it.
Disrespect him and then ask for money.
Hey, bitch, give me $1 million. I think he'd respect it. He's like, wow.
So. Maybe.
He talked to me like that. Here's $1 million. Or he'll have you killed.
He just has it.
I don't know.
One of the two.
He just in cash. He has it on him.
Yeah, he just keeps $1 million on him.
Like he just hands you a briefcase.
Well, he's got extra pockets in those big ass jeans. He could fit it.
I mean, volume wise, how big? Like, how many stacks of paper is $1 million?
Well, it's 100 stacks because one is $10,000. So it's 100 of those.
Okay, so then, we gotta go back to the town.
Yeah, big ass. Yeah, suitcase.
Usually like in the movies where they're like, oh, the European villain is here and we've got an assassin and he costs $1 million and they have it in a
briefcase though.
Yeah, like a briefcase. I don't know if
I don't think it's big enough for.
Maybe
all these movies are false now. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna discredit all these movies.
You do that.
The volume of paper is.
I think you could get it done.
Dude, watch The Town. John Hamm tells you the dimensions of the $20 bill when he's talking.
You know that was like a legit thing, like a real story.
You think they lied about how the dimensions of a $20 bill?
The Town is like real.
It's loosely, yeah.
Well, like so, you ever see those videos of like it's like a judge in Rhode Island, and he just like, I don't know. It's like YouTube videos, whatever. But the guy
he's New Jersey.
Ben Affleck plays was like in it. He's like, I got this job and now I got these 3 parking tickets. He's like, I can't pay this. And he's like, you were in that movie? You don't have to pay anything. I was like, wow. He said they had like millions of dollars like in his refrigerator. Like they used to keep it in milk cartons in the refrigerator.
Yeah. You got so much money, like we don't have the ability to launder this fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
That was like Pablo Escobar.
It was like in his fridge.
They're just like burying money.
We have more rubber bands.
We can't do anything with it.
I saw a stat that his rubber bands were worth more than it was just like the amount of rubber bands you had to buy. It was like ridiculous.
They spent like $1 million on rubber bands or some shit.
It was made me sick.
Costco membership for rubber bands.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Pablo. Thanks for stopping by.
Here's a $1 hot dog.
Dude, what a deal. Unbelievable. It's never going anywhere either. The one thing I noticed this season is, have you guys noticed that the refs just don't call false starts anymore?
I see no holding. I don't see false starts.
Yeah, there was a couple today.
Just like try watch. You might notice it now that like the offense, you'll see like the tackle or the tight end, like he'll start way before and they'll let it ride.
Oh yeah. I feel like they call it really fast on the defense for neutral zone infractions, but I mean, when I played football, as long as you got back behind the line before they snapped the ball, like you were good.
Well, that's the thing now is they just tell the offensive lineman if the guy jumps, you just like jump and run around, spinning a circle, and then they'll call the flag. And you point at him. Hey, he jumped. Hey.
Whoever points first, that's who the flag goes against.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what they mandated to the refs.
Yeah. Whoever you see points first, whoever makes more him, then you call the other guy.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't see anyone calling holding. That's a thing.
Offensive or defensive?
Everybody holds.
Maybe just against Khalil Mack, and I'm being biased, but fuck it. I mean, I'm just going on a limb here.
Yeah, they just tackle that guy.
Can I say that it's a relief that I don't have to watch a Bears game this week?
And I will.
They didn't lose.
I will agree.
This week they didn't lose.
I will agree.
It's sad.
It's so much better not having to watch them.
So much better. It really is. Like even when last week they had a Monday night game. I was like, great, I can enjoy my Sunday in peace. I could just enjoy some football.
Yeah, but then it's like
And then just ruin our Monday.
Yeah, I was just saying you have like the loom and doom
You have to lock in. You can't do anything else. Yeah,
of
you're just trapped.
knowing that their offense is just gonna suck ass.
Do they have another primetime game?
Yeah,
Do they play Sunday night
Sunday night.
against the Packers? Yeah. Oh, they're gonna get crushed. They're gonna get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, because they just lost. Packers lost today, so Aaron Rodgers is going to be on his fuck you tour, and then he's just going to. Oh my god!
Are they not good? Like they almost lost to the Jags too.
They play down to their competition.
They're soft. Their defense, yeah.
I think the thing was the only reason that they were doing good was because of spite Aaron Rodgers. But I think that even spite Aaron Rodgers can only do so much when the defense is going to give up. Was it 34 to the Colts?
Yeah,
because like the Colts' offense isn't great.
It's not great.
Philip Rivers, dude. I don't understand him. I don't get him. I don't get how he throws the ball. It makes zero sense to me. How is he not getting intercepted on every single play?
Either intercepted or swatted at the line, or like a guy's coming around the edge and like grabbing his arm and knocking the ball loose. Like I don't understand how any of that happens.
I can't. Like, it's frustrating to watch.
Like they got on Tim Tebow.
I think he sold his soul to Jesus.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says that. That guy sold his soul to Jesus to make him really good at football.
Yeah, you'd think like Jesus would be nicer and would help you. Like you do still have to sell your soul.
Nobody. That's like a good deal.
Yeah, like things cost stuff. So like if you want to be in the NFL,
choose one of those two guys to have it.
Yeah, I'm Jesus.
I'm going upstairs with. Yeah,
I'll help you. It still is going to cost. I don't work for free.
But you better thank me after every. Maybe Kurt Warner did it.
Probably.
Did he?
He was bagging groceries, and all of a sudden he's a Hall of Famer. Maybe he sold his soul to Jesus.
Good call.
I was thinking it was more of like a like Mike situation. Like he's bagging groceries and then he leaves and walks home from his shift and he sees like
and then he finds Jesus's cleats.
Well, I was thinking like John Elway or something.
Yeah,
but that works.
JC. He looks at the tongue on the internet. Who's JC?
Turns out, oh boy, Jesus could sling the pigskin.
Nobody ever said he couldn't.
Yeah.
I never read one thing that said he couldn't.
No.
Wait, I just thought, is it a football's leather?
Pigskin.
Yeah.
It's pigskin.
Yeah.
So pigs have leather because cows is leather.
It's cow.
It's like tanned.
Why do they call it pigskin if it's from cows?
Oh, you know what? Let's do this.
I think it was research team.
Did I just break everybody's brain? I've never thought of that before.
Maybe when they originally made it.
Football fans often perpetuate the idea that footballs used to be made of pigskin, which is how they got their nickname. But it turns out this isn't the case. In fact, pigskins were originally made out of animal bladders. Sometimes a bladder of a pig, which is thought to be how the name is pigskin.
Oh.
Now say allegedly we don't get sued for reading that straight from the internet.
Who's going to sue?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I read this on the internet.
That's allegedly why they call it pigskin.
Mr. Pedia, Mr. Wikipedia.
All right, so, I mean, we essentially just talked about Packers-Colts. We don't really need to cover that anymore. So, moving along, we'll just get right into it.
Yo, can I say something? Can I say one thing about that game? Let me say one thing about that game. I hate Trey Burton. Okay, keep going. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, at this point, like, how could you possibly say that part of it wasn't play calling?
But he was no. It's just the way the whole thing ended. So I hate him. I just wanted to say that because I saw him score a touchdown and I was very mad. So keep going.
That's fair. We'll just start at the bottom. Panthers-Lions. So I think this was the first time Matt Stafford got shut out in his career, which is crazy to think about because he's been in the league for 30 years, I think.
And he's on the Lions.
Yeah. Yeah, both of those facts. And then Panthers, PJ Walker, XFL star from the Roughnecks?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so good.
Looked pretty good. I mean, he threw 2 picks in the end zone, but he threw for like 260 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that was his first start. So, I mean, he looked good.
Agreed.
There's not much to say from
Do you
that
think he
game.
goes back to the XFL
No,
when The Rock opens it?
not with that performance. I think he's got a job in the
He's
NFL
gonna
at
be
least
a
for another
backup.
couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was like the face of the XFL. You could be a backup in the NFL, or you could be like the face of a whole league.
I mean, if they're making the same, I'd much rather just sit on the bench.
Chase Daniel, dude. That's all you got to
Oh,
do.
he's making way more money in the NFL. I think they only made like
Yeah.
$50,000 a year in the XFL.
Just look at Chase.
Yeah,
Is
then
it Daniels or
fuck that.
Daniel? Is it Chase or is it Daniels or Daniel? I can never remember.
Daniel.
Does it matter?
No, but look at him though. He has
Yeah,
made
give me
a
that.
shit ton of money, and
Millions.
right, and so he just comes in every
Who do you
once in a
think is
while.
like the highest paid like career backup of all time?
I think him.
Is it
I
him?
think so.
I think it might be. Chase Daniel,
That's
has he
crazy.
made like $35 million
It's
so
something
far?
ridiculous.
Just being and never expected to be a star.
Never.
Love it. And then that's the good thing, right? Because if you come in and you're bad, they're like, oh yeah, we know. Like we're
Yeah.
not surprised by that. We're not upset. We're not mad at you. You just go back to being the bench guy, and we'll all forget that happened. And
Yeah.
you just keep getting paid
Chase
every other week.
Daniel sold his soul to Jesus.
Yeah.
That is a perfect example.
Could be one of
That
them.
is a perfect example.
He could be one.
Shit, I need to do that. Where's
Fuck, yeah.
Jesus at?
Yeah, where's he at when I need him?
Apparently he's everywhere. Browns Eagles. Can we
This just in. Apparently, he's everywhere.
Okay, guys. Well, Steve's not here, so I can't have this discussion with him. But can we officially stop saying that the Eagles are good and they're gonna get healthy and figure it out? Can we
Does
stop
Steve really
with this?
say that?
There's.
I mean,
They still might win the division.
that's
they
just
will.
kind of the sentiment. Well, they're a half game up still on
all
everybody,
four of those teams only have 3 wins.
but they are easily the worst. Like
They're so bad. They're so
okay.
They're all bad.
I-
They're all equally bad.
For whatever reason, Red Zone kind of focused a lot more on this game than they should have today.
It
So
did.
I saw a lot of Carson Wentz, and he is terrible.
Okay,
He's
so let me-
either go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say,
Nope. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Every time they showed him, he's second. It looks like he's second guessing his first read, which causes them to then hold the ball too long and then either throw a pick or get stripped. And he doesn't throw the ball away. He took a safety. He takes sacks when he doesn't need to. He takes sacks in bad situations. What happened? He was good his rookie year. He still seems to have it athletically. Like he doesn't look super slow or super hindered. His just, I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what, but he only makes bad decisions.
I didn't see the game. I haven't seen one Eagles series this year.
Would you take Carson Wentz?
Of course.
Okay. So I mean,
Yeah.
And then
I'd take anyone though.
Well, would
I
you
know.
anyone?
What about Alex
now.
Smith?
Oh yeah.
What about Alex? I always liked
So
Alex
did I.
Smith. Honestly,
I
I
think
always liked him.
he got the shaft. But
Well, I mean, you traded Alex Smith for arguably going to be the best quarterback of at this point all time if the trajectory keeps up.
Yeah. You make that. I mean, that's not Alex Smith's fault.
I'm actually in. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Game's a game.
I'm not going there.
Go there.
I
Go
will
ahead.
Not go there. No,
Go
because
ahead.
it could. Nope. It's going to be misconstrued, and I don't want it to be misconstrued. So nope.
You just said you said fuck kids earlier, and now your hot take on Alex Smith is this is what's gonna get you in hot water.
Yeah, you're over the line already.
I thought he got the
Yeah.
short end of the stick when Kaepernick came in first. I think he got pulled too early
That
when
one's
he was in
tough.
San Francisco.
Kaepernick was good that year, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like that
he lost his job because he got hurt, and
but
Kaepernick was on a
Yeah,
roll.
I
He
mean,
got
I
Wally.
guess.
He got Wally pipped.
yeah,
It's
I
tough.
guess. Yeah, I don't know.
And
I
And
did like him though.
They could have won that Super Bowl too if the power didn't go out.
I mean,
They probably should have won that Super Bowl if
Probably.
the power went out. They were they had all the momentum, and then
They were in the red zone too,
as
right?
soon as
when that happened.
the power went
Yeah.
out, and then the Ravens just kind of closed it out.
Joe Flacco, just the all-time world's greatest heater. You'll never see another run
Also,
like that.
Jim Harbaugh is a terrible coach. I mean, I know we don't talk college sports, but I love it every time Michigan loses, and They almost lost to
That
Rutgers.
would've been awesome.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
they've
okay.
officially quit on him. It's over. You gotta get him out of there. They're done.
100%.
What was the next one? Oh, I mean, Patriots Texans. That game.
I'm so happy.
Why?
Who are the
Because
Patriots?
I'm so happy
Like,
the Patriots are bad. And just seeing all the
Yeah.
Patriots fans just being so angry and not knowing what to do is just like awesome. It makes me so happy.
That team just completely lacks an identity.
they'll be better. And like, I don't know. I said this was my preseason take. I didn't think they were going to be good because a lot of their key starters on defense are all sitting out this year.
Yeah. Well, that's
from
absolutely
COVID,
true.
so like their defense isn't going to be as good.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
if Cam Newton like can't figure out the offense, like the offense is going to be very good.
I expected Cam Newton
Which
to
is
be better.
that's what it seems like to me. Yeah, but I mean, you got to be able to run that system of like quarterback, and I don't think Belichick has ever had somebody who like relies so heavily on his mobility.
Well, that was one of the things that they were saying with Jimmy G when he was still on the team is like Belichick kind of wants the challenge of having like a mobile quarterback or a younger guy so he can kind of change up what he's been doing. But I don't know that Cam Newton can like I don't know if it's a Cam Newton thing or if it's a fit thing, like a game plan thing. I would tend to think it's probably not Belichick's fault because he can adjust.
Even from like his pressers, because I mean I don't watch a lot of those games either. Like I don't have Red Zone this year, so I kind of watch the Bears and whatever games on CBS. But even his conference, like he doesn't have a grasp of the offense yet.
I will say, man, you can't be dressing like fucking Pippi Longstocking and then lose to this 2-7 Houston Texans. Like you can't. You gotta be
weird.
winning to dress like that.
Otherwise,
you're an asshole.
I really don't get it.
Like, hey, if you're winning, if you're 7-3, right, and you're like tied for first in the division, go ahead and do whatever you want. But if you're losing to shit teams and your guys are not good and you're not even really playing that well yourself, you can't be dressing like that.
In general, I don't think you can be dressing like that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
You think they overpaid for him?
You can definitely dress like that when you're winning. What was the question?
Do you think they overpaid for Cam?
Wasn't it like $2 million?
It's $1 million.
He's not getting any of those incentives. I guarantee you, he's not getting one incentive in that contract.
Yeah, it's tough, but they're bad.
Bears sign him for a lot of money next year.
A lot of Patriots fans still think that they'll figure it out, but like
it makes me so happy.
They might.
That makes me so happy.
Think they might. The other teams in that division are just better.
Yeah, I think at this point they are what they are.
Did they play the Jets yet? I'm sorry. Did they play the Jets yet? Or did they play them? Is it
once? They almost lost.
Okay, so they got one more game against them.
Yeah, they did.
The Jets were beating them for most of the game. I think it was a last minute comeback.
It was a last minute field goal.
Okay.
It was a walk-off field goal. They play the Jets in New England, week 17.
I need that to be a loss so bad.
They've got a tough rest of the schedule. It's Cardinals, Chargers, which have a bad record, but they're frisky, Rams, Dolphins, Bills, and then you finish with the Jets. Like there's a chance they probably won't, but there's a chance they could finish 5-11.
I hope so.
It'll probably be 6-10.
Give me double-digit losses, and I'm cool with that.
All right, that's fair. Steelers, Jaguars. I mean, we don't have to talk about this. It was 27-3. What are you going to say?
Yep, moving on.
All right.
Schuster's not doing anything for my fantasy team.
Same. Fuck that guy. Falcons, Saints. Falcons, I think, had negative yards the second half.
How about Taysom, though? Like, what a gutsy call to have him be the starter.
18 for 23, 233 yards throwing.
But 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, so he ran 10 times for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, that's why
he's not a quarterback. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I mean, 18 for 23 is not bad.
I don't know.
Half of them were to Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I don't see him being. Maybe just because I'm not used to seeing him back there. I don't know.
It feels weird. It feels like I don't know, like if Tim Tebow was a little bit better in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was so good though.
In college.
Dear, stupid
He won a playoff
Florida
game.
Gator bullshit.
That was the coolest win. That was the coolest win ever.
Just a
cool,
90-yard slant to Demaryius Thomas.
Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah. Oh my God, Tim Tebow won the game. Tim Tebow threw a slant, kind of okay, and Demaryius just fucking took off.
He's like, okay, see ya. You're welcome,
Like
Tim.
game.
Yeah. Washington football team, Bengals. Joe Burrow.
Done.
Fuck, man.
Done though.
So
you know
sad.
what I thought was
Sucks.
You know what I thought was weird about this is everybody was like Adam Schefter was tweeting so Joe Burrow sent out a tweet like, "Hey, that sucks. Be back. See you next year."
On the cart, right? Like while he was on the cart, he was tweeting.
He was tweeting up
instead of the
going into
wave,
the locker room.
it was the tweet. That's
They're like, "Hey, bring the cart and bring Joe's phone."
It was phone.
But yeah, so he tweeted that, "See you next year," and then Adam Schefter quote tweeted it. He's like, "See you next year." Like he couldn't. Like he was like, "Oh, it looks like he's got. Oh, I'm surprised that he's not going to be back this year." Like you saw the replay, the guy's leg was at a 90-degree angle. Are you surprised that he's not going to be back this year? Like 5 people quote.
Weird it happened against Alex Smith.
Well, it's that field. It's the Washington field.
It's the curse.
Yeah. It got Alex
the Washington
Smith.
football field?
Yeah. It got Alex Smith. It got Robert Griffin. It got Joe Burrow. They need a new field, man. It's the field.
I would like if they just had plaques all around this. This is the Washington football locker room. These are the Washington football bathrooms. This is the Washington football bench.
Albert Hainsworth tore his ACL slipping on a wet spot in the bathroom. So we've got a plaque up for that. It's just like every part of the field where somebody's had a season-ending injury.
Albert Hainsworth.
But yeah, that's
don't go there.
I mean, Joe Burrow was just lighting it up. I don't know. I haven't seen an
don't go
update on what the injury was, but I'm assuming he just tore everything. I don't.
Yeah, it's all done.
It was gross.
He's also retired.
He's like, I'll see you next year in the booth. I'll be in the booth.
Yeah, he's already in the booth.
Yeah, that was gross.
That was gross.
Speaking of gross, Dolphins Broncos. Tua didn't have it today, so they took him out.
Benched. Hashtag
Good for
benched.
him. I mean, not for him, but for what's his name? What's it?
It's magic.
No, what's the coach's name?
Coach.
Not,
Flores?
Is it Brian Flores?
Yeah, Brian
No.
Flores.
Is it Brian? Okay, yeah. Good for him to have the balls to be. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take this guy out. I want to do what's best for the team so we can win. I mean, people thought he was injured, and then he came out in the press conference and said, "Nope." And it was just he thought.
Well, I think it was kind of a weird move when they benched Fitzpatrick in the first place because he got taken out in a blowout win, and then they're like, "Okay, Tua is the starter next week." Like, how do you blow a team out and you don't start the next week?
It's weird because at the time it seemed like, oh, we're getting too close to like winning and being good. We still want a couple more good draft picks, so let's put the rookie in and see what happens. But then he starts playing bad, and then you put Fitzmagic back in. It's like, okay, then like, why did you take him out in the middle of the season in the first place?
It's a weird move.
I will say,
I think on both parts.
I like this idea. If your backup is competent, like Ryan Fitzpatrick, you just kind of ride them like NHL goalies. Like, okay, you don't got it today.
Yeah.
We're just going to switch you out and see if Fitzmagic can take over.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. The only thing that's different is like just the prep time. So like first team reps is like usually 90% of the practice for that week. So the second guy only gets like 10%, and he rarely works with the ones. So
yeah, but if there was anybody that could do that job at least kind of well, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's played with everybody in the NFL.
Did you know he went to Harvard?
What?
No. What?
Stop.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Where did you hear that at, dude? I don't know if you're right.
That's how you know he's like a smart quarterback. He's like a smart guy.
Yeah, oh my god.
Quarterback guy.
Harvard guy. Drew Lock sucks.
Well, he can't. Yeah, he didn't start the game, and then he came in, right?
And then I don't know.
What did he get, like a D on his English paper? And like, well,
never mind.
You can't play the first quarter.
I'm an idiot. Drew Lock did start the game.
Oh, and dude, Melvin Gordon Crazy Lake Central, let's go. What up? He played he was a freshman and then he moved to Kenosha and he was like, Crazy Lake Central football sucks, so I'm not going to go here. And he moved up to Wisconsin or
Checks
something.
out.
Seemed to work
I
out for
crunched
him.
the numbers. That also checks out.
Represent.
Represent.
Chargers Jets. So Chargers were up 24-6 at half. And I bet a lot of people thought that the game was over from there. And those are the same people that have never watched the Chargers play football, because the Chargers will never blow a team out. Every single game will be a one possession. Every game will be one possession. And that's exactly what happened
I just like
every
the
time.
way that game started. That was the one I was listening to on the radio, on the way home from work today, and it's like,
In the 1950s.
oh, Chargers turned the ball over. Very first play of the Jets game, Flacco throws a pick six.
Oh,
Like,
and it was like,
we're
bro, radio didn't do it justice how bad this play was. It was like
Yeah.
it was like a 5-yard out, and the corner like kind of jogged to jump the route and caught it and was at the 5, and he just like
took off.
he just like walked into the end zone. Like, that's the easiest catch and touchdown that guy will ever have. It was awesome. It was hilarious. Like, oh my God, the Chargers, they turn it
makes
over.
me happy how much Joe Flacco doesn't care. Like, he didn't care in Denver. He doesn't care in New York. Like, he got his money. He got his ring.
Right? I wouldn't give a
He's
fuck.
like this. He looks mad that he has to play.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't come here. I didn't come to the Jets to be the starting quarterback. What the hell is going on? I just wanted to live in New York and
He's
make
just
some
Uncle
money.
Ricoing out there. He's just flinging it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, Sam, why don't you? He's like mad at Sam Darnold for not playing better. He's like, come on, dude. I don't want to play. I want to cash checks and just chill. Too old for
He's
this
gonna hire
shit.
an exorcist to get rid of the ghosts on the field.
Did the Jets win a game this year, you think?
No.
They don't.
Nope.
Come on.
Did they or do they?
Do you think will they?
Yes, because the Patriots
Yes,
week
yes.
17.
Oh my God.
They might.
So
They
they've
might
got next week they've got the Dolphins. Then they've
Maybe.
got
That's the
dude.
That's the only one that they could
Yeah, I'd
possibly
say maybe.
lose.
Okay, so check this out. Dolphins, then they've got the Raiders, then they're at the Seahawks, then they're at the Rams, then they've got the Browns, and then they end with the Patriots.
I'd say the Browns or
Patriots
the
too impossible.
Dolphins is the ones they can probably win.
I could definitely see them. I could see the Browns losing to an 0-15 Jets team.
Absolutely.
I could absolutely see that. And they're 7-3.
Yeah,
and
which is kind of crazy.
I mean, you're still the Browns. You're going to lose to the 0-15 team or the 0-14.
Something like 84%. 84% of teams who are 7-3 or something like that get to the playoffs. And I'm just thinking that
The top story I'd like
that
the Jets page is Gore says he can't go out like that. It's just a sad picture of him with like a 0-16 under it.
Oh.
Oh, Frank Gore. You're 37-year-old running back. You need to go out 0-16.
There's not a chance this is his last year. He's gonna come back next year. He's gonna get his 500 to 700 yards rushing, and then he'll be back the next year, and he's gonna be 42 years old.
That's more impressive than Tom Brady, I think.
yes.
Yeah.
A 37-year-old running back, that's way more impressive than Tom Brady.
And still being like competent. Like, he's not just there to like cash a check. Like, he's running hard. He's there. Like, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. Last one was Cowboys Vikings. You knew that the Vikings, it was a trap game for the Vikings. They're like, oh, we're actually kind of sick. We won some games.
I don't think they're good, though.
They're
I think
not
they
good.
just played the Bears, and the Bears aren't good.
I agree with you. But I think that they were feeling themselves. And they're like, oh, the Cowboys, they suck. They have the worst defense in the league. We're going to win this game. And then we're going to be 5-5.
We'll show them who has the worst defense.
Do you think that because of now, I will say one good thing about the Bears. Do you think that because of how the Bears held Dalvin Cook, that there is a blueprint of how to stop him? Because I don't think Dalvin Cook had that great of a game today.
No, I think the Bears defense always does really well against the Vikings. Like,
And
I think statistically, this is like the best Dalvin Cook has done against them. The last
yeah.
game.
Dalvin Cook still had 115 rushing yards and 45 pass or receiving yards and a rushing touchdown.
Well, then I'll just go fuck myself then. I mean, I just thought
160 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown.
Well, Stefan, in your defense,
I'm just gonna I'll leave.
it is Steve's role on the show to say stuff that's absolutely wrong and then have us call him on it.
So you nailed it, buddy.
You're feeling it nicely today.
Good.
Just say random stuff that you think could be true, which we all know is not true, and then that's the show.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I was able to fit the shoes, fit the bill, whatever the fucking saying is.
Yep. Hey, you're doing it again.
This guy really fits the shoes. Hey, what are the chances we can get you to jump into Lake Michigan?
Yeah,
0.
What if you lose a bet?
We'll figure. Yeah, what if you lose a bet?
No, I will not. 0%.
Man, you really might be Steve. Are you Steve in a mask?
Can you do an impression? Do anybody. Do your best Gilbert Gottfried.
I'm doing Steve right now.
Fair.
That's my best one.
Sounds just like
That's my best one.
Do an ad read. You give him the ad.
Yeah, do
let me get an ad read.
Do the ad read.
Okay, done.
This guy.
The worst.
I don't know if it's gonna work out. We're gonna retape this. This is an
audition.
This whole thing isn't usable.
It's an audition.
Delete the whole tape.
See that red recording light's been off this whole time.
Yeah, I haven't been recording at all. Yeah, this was the pilot.
This is the production meeting. This is what we're going to talk about when we start filming in 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's actually a little apropos that you were on the episode this week. Yeah, I used a big word. What of it? Because you being another Cubs fan, when I've been surrounded by White Sox fans, get to talk about something that we haven't talked about yet, and that was Theo leaving the Cubs.
Turns out the guy's going to fix baseball. He's like, guys, I'm going to step away from the Cubs and fix baseball.
So I'm going to wrap up the episode.
It was nice while it lasted. It was nice while it lasted. The Theo thing, not the episode.
Can I say one thing that I did hear from the presser that I do really respect about Theo? And that's like, he understands that he's really good at building teams and that he's probably not so good at maintaining teams, which I think is like super self-aware and kind of like, I get that. It's more fun to build a team, I think, than like maintain a team.
I feel like he could have rebuilt the team here because like
it's shit again.
But I mean, so like you get those attached. Like he should have traded Schwarber a while ago, but he's not going to trade him because like that's his guy. Like he's got to start from scratch.
Yeah, I mean, it in the moment now, it kind of feels like a disappointment his tenure here. But when you like take a step back,
what do you mean? He won the World Series for you. Like,
I
how is that a disappointment?
I will never think
that. The only reason that I would say that was because I would say probably like 2015, and then 2016, obviously, the thought was, okay, we've done this, and this is the greatest experience of my life. Now we're going to be competing for a World Series every year for the next like 5 years. And it hasn't necessarily worked out like that. And it's not to say that I'm ungrateful for what happened, but I would say outside of that year, the team is kind of underachieved. So I'll forever be grateful for what he did and brought our team to relevancy and won a World Series, which is my favorite thing ever. And again, Devin, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. This isn't necessarily my opinion. Like, I would love Theo to stay forever and just keep rebuilding the team as the players get older. But, like, if you're going to leave...
But you can't, because, like, those are his... Like, can you imagine right now if they don't re-sign Bryant? Like,
they're not going
the media and fan... just the shitstorm. Like,
they're not... Bryant's not coming back.
That's his team. He built that team to win. They won the one that, like, makes it harder for me to give you guys shit because... The Cubs finally won a World Series, and then
much more
when
recently.
you get those attachments and you feel like you like those guys, it's hard to rebuild
But
that.
Nick, you also got to think though
And
too.
I think he's like very self-aware of that.
You also got to think though too is that like because we were in contention for the World Series every year. Obviously, we didn't get to the World Series per se, but like we were in the playoffs. We had chances to get there. It's not his fault that Albert Almora can't fucking hit a baseball. His life's dependent on it. It's not his fault that that the pitching is the bullpen fucking sucks. I mean, or even against the Rockies, they couldn't muster up a fucking base hit. Okay, I'm getting mad, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like it's not his fault.
We're coming full circle.
He put the guys.
We got you frustrated to start this thing. Now we're going to get you frustrated to end it.
He did what he had to do. It's just the players didn't come out and execute. And
yeah, I would.
Fuck me, man.
I think having Albert Almora and Addison Russell, and then not having Gleyber Torres, and watching Jorge Soler hit 43 home runs. Like, there's a couple of things. Yeah, Eloy. I mean, there's a few things, a few missteps. The Quintana trade, obviously, that led to that. There's a few missteps, obviously, but there's nobody
you're gonna have them
in the history of baseball that I would rather have as the GM or the guy building the team. Nope. And he did it for the Red Sox and he did it for the Cubs. So congratulations.
For the Mets.
I was going to say congratulations to either the Mets or the Cleveland Indians on winning a World Series here in the next 5 to 7 years.
For real.
But thanks, Theo.
I'll do it.
Love you.
I know you're listening.
Keep going.
Wow.
Love you.
The guy you got's not bad either.
Well, I also
Judd, whatever his
Jed.
name.
Put some respect on his name.
Name's Judd.
Put some fucking respect on his name. Damn it.
Hey, come on into my office. My name's Judd.
Well, I think
you want a contract?
I think they were also hindered in the amount of moves he could make from the business side, the executive side, as far as spending money. So I think it's kind of handcuffed there. We're poor
because the Ricketts don't have any money.
Wrapping up the show. Stefan, thank you for filling in. How do you think you did?
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I'm kind of nervous.
We'll tell you.
I'm kind of nervous to.
Not well.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I don't know. I'd never done a podcast before, so I don't know.
Hey, I'll say this: you didn't try to sell me a Surface Pro, so you're better than Brian in my books.
You didn't immediately come on here and start hustling.
You didn't immediately try to unload. Yeah.
No, it was great being on. I appreciate you guys giving me the last minute text message.
You're a guy.
I appreciate it, and
you're maybe the fourth guy.
That's fine.
You said yes.
I'm the one guy.
You said yes. You're the guy that said yes. Yeah.
So yeah, appreciate being on. Love listening to you guys, and hopefully I'll be on again.
Well, we have to do the after show, so don't think you're out of this yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not out of this
yet. Why
didn't
we do this on the after show?
What?
I'm going to ask you how you did on the after show.
Okay,
all right.
fine.
Well, this has been the relatively
end the show.
God damn it! Do you see what I have to deal with? Do you?
It sucks,
you
dude.
understand?
I mean, yeah.
And it was my idea.
Joke.
I'm an idiot. It was my idea.
No. Yep.
You fucked up, dude. Say it.
Follow us on Twitter at Jumbo Podcast, at Instagram Jumbo Podcast, YouTube The Relatively Jumbo Podcast. You can find the podcast episodes, and then we'll do the wrap up video, and that'll be up there as well. Devin, last words.
Last words.
Jesus Christ, Stefan.
Theo, love you. Bears. It's Packer week, man. So we got to get up and have this week mean something, and happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Fire everyone on the Bears. Fire everyone.
Yep.
Let me be your general manager.
Jeremy Piven.
What's the worst that could happen?
Jeremy Piven gift. Get the fuck out. That's me.
The fuck out. Happy Thanksgiving. See ya.